Hey guys, welcome to the AEC After Hours podcast. My name is Tony Boonting. I'm one of your hosts. Today we have Daniel Chavez with us from Hometeam Inspections of Amarillo. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So excited to have you here. You are one of my top priorities as a guest because
Awesome.
I know how much you love this podcast.
I do. You do a great job. So I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Well, Daniel, let's just dive into it. Sure. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and about your business?
Yeah, Daniel Chavez, Hometeam, just like I said earlier. Just as far as myself personally, I'm born and raised here in Amarillo, in the Amarillo area, so very familiar with the area, with the people. And as far as the business goes, I've been in business for just over 5 years now, and man, it's been a terrific ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 years, congratulations.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't make it to that 5 year mark. So tell us, how did you get into the home inspection industry?
Well, I've always wanted to be in business, a business owner. I've always had, I think ever since, I was little, I've had little, what's called the little Kool-Aid stands and stuff like that. And I think I got it from my mom because she's always been a little business person herself. And so I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset. And so I've always wanted to be in business. And so I love real estate, and I looked into, everything real estate. Salesman and all. I went to school for that kind of stuff as well. But then I looked at the inspection side of it, and I thought that's a better fit for me because I really love the mechanical aspects of things, and then the inspections and stuff like that. So I looked into it, and I looked into Hometeam as a company, and they have a lot of good people working for them there at the corporate office. Very good people. A lot of the culture. I really feel like the culture is really great with Hometeam, and so I just thought that was a natural fit, and so decided to open up a local office here in Amarillo.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen some of your work because you presented in the club before.
Yeah.
The mechanical side of things, the things that you presented to us, I really nerded out over it. I don't know why, but those kind of things I really enjoy learning about. So what about that is attractive to you? Like, how does your brain work when it comes to that?
It's just how things work. A home is a lot of different components working together to make one home, one big component. And so I just really like just how things work, and how they're not supposed to, or what's going on with it. I'm not a mechanically type guy that, hey, I enjoy fixing it, but I do like just how does this work and how does it put together, and so I really like that aspect of it.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm a home buyer. I'll pretend I'm a home buyer. Can you walk me through how this works?
Yeah. So once once you get a home, let's say you find a home, your perfect home, then at that time you'll go under contract, and then you have an option period. It could vary from 3, 5, 10 days. And so during that option period is when you want your inspections. And so you get a hold of me, and then I'll go out there, do the inspection for you. And the inspection is a comprehensive, non-invasive, non-destructive inspection. I can get into that here in just a bit. But so once I do that inspection, you come out, and really, this is another thing that I really enjoy doing, is coming out and enjoying meeting people. Coming out, like I did an inspection yesterday. After the inspection was completed, the buyers came by for what we call walkthrough, and so we go in and we look at the things discuss the things that I looked at, answer questions, answer any concerns that they may have, and so and then after that I'll send you a report, and then from that point on, it's between you and your realtor what you guys want to look at as far as using anything to repair or negotiate, or using it as a checklist. As after you purchase the home, use it as a checklist to do your honeydews. And so
Okay.
So that's in a nutshell, just the process.
Okay. As a home buyer, do I have the power to choose for home inspectors?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You have your option to choose that, and yeah.
I wasn't sure. I know that, you guys work really close with realtors, so I didn't know if the realtor said, no, you got to use my guy.
No, 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 no. You can choose any one you like.
Okay. Fun fact.
Yeah.
You have the power to choose your home
That's right.
inspector.
That's right.
So what other services do you provide outside of home inspection?
Yeah, the home inspection obviously is the main component, and then we have ancillary services. Ancillary services are like we're just doing NSIC inspection, so we can do that as well. Sewer scopes, check water wells, water systems, take water samples, and so there's a few other things that I can do, and then also I've got other things in line that that I'm looking to do as well. So I'm always wanting to learn new things, and so there's always going to be something coming, something always new. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, in our past conversations, I do remember you saying something about a pre-inspection or something like that.
Yeah. No, typically a home inspection, and I think the mindset is a home inspection is only for people that buy a home. So you're going to buy a home. Yes, it's very important you get a home inspection because you want to know the condition of the home. But I think it's also, in my mind, it's also important to get a inspection. Like let's say you're selling a home, and you want to get a pre-listing inspection. You want to get that home inspected yourself as a home seller to make sure that everything is in good shape and in good working order, and that should in turn help the sale of the home quicker because you've got that home inspected, you've repaired anything that should be repaired, and everything's already disclosed. So that would help out with the home selling process. And then another option, and this is something that I'm trying to change mindset on, is if you're a homeowner, you could also use a home inspection as well. Let's say you've lived in a home for 20 years, and you're not going into the attic often, or you're not going into Crawlspace. I don't know of any homeowners that go into Crawlspace, or open the panel and look in all these different areas that we look at. Man, it's very important. So I even think homeowners should be getting a home inspection just to see, the condition of their home, avoid any long-term issues or long-term problems. And like I said earlier, a little honeydew list type thing, a little a checkoff list, to keep your home safe and in good shape. So I think even homeowners should get one at least every 2-3 years.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that was my next question. So let me ask you this. So let's say I'm in my kitchen and I'm on my west wall and I'm plugging in my blenders. Everything's working just fine. But I go to the other side of the kitchen, to the east wall, and I try to use my toaster and the plug's not working, but the plug on to its left is working. Do I need to call an electrician or should I call you?
Electrician. Yeah, no, an electrician. It could be there could be a lot of different things. Now, when I go in for a home inspection, I just look at the functionality of things. I don't go in there and find out why is that plug not working where this one is.
Okay.
I'll go in there and say, hey, this one's not working. So Tony, as a home buyer, I would suggest you go and have that looked at further.
Okay.
And in that situation, it could be a lot of different things. And so I can't list the 5 different things that it could be.
Sure.
Because I'm just there to do the inspection and making sure that thing works like it should.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work like it should. So I'm saying, go have it checked out.
Okay. That may be or may not be my real life situation.
Okay.
So let me ask you some I have to know. As far as like inspections or crawl spaces or like the termites and stuff, you got any crazy wild stories or stuff that you never thought you'd see that you can share with us?
Honestly, no. I knew you were going to ask that, and I was kind of prepared for that. But nowadays, nothing really surprises me, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. No. I've seen a lot over the 5 years, and nothing crazy. I've seen some termite damage that's absolutely horrible, and of course that will be disclosed. But nothing really surprises me nowadays.
So okay, nowadays not, but in the beginning, did you see any snakes or tarantulas or anything like that?
A lot of spiders.
Okay.
And I'm not afraid of spiders. I'll just, I've been in crawl spaces where I've seen the what's it called, the black widows and brown recluses. Yeah, it's not safe, but I'll keep my distance. I'll keep an eye on them, but I am always on the lookout for snakes.
Yeah.
I've seen snake skins. I've never come across a snake, luckily.
Okay.
If I have, I would get out of there immediately because I hate snakes. And so
I'm cringing and goosebumping as you're saying this
yes,
stuff.
yeah. Oh, I've seen I've had a few scares. You're in the crawl space and it's dark and all you have your flashlight down there and you see something moving out of the corner of your eye, and you're kind of like, what was that? So
Yeah.
and it'd come to be a frog or something. So but
I see. I don't do frogs either.
oh yeah, no. So yeah, it's pretty claustrophobic down there sometimes, and so it's not for everybody. That's why, as a homeowner, you should have somebody, a home inspector, go down and go down and check it out.
1,000%. So, do you wear like PPE, like Tyvek suits, any of that stuff when you go in that place?
Tyvek suits,
Yeah.
Tyvek suits, mask, gloves. Yeah, you got to protect yourself.
All
And
the
there's
things.
some dangerous stuff down there.
Really?
Very dangerous stuff. Yeah. And you don't want to breathe some of that stuff. You don't breathe in, so you want to make sure you protect yourself.
So tell me, when you go into a crawl space, what are you looking for?
Foundation is one of the main things down in the crawl space, man. There's a lot of good stuff down there. You're looking at the foundation, the condition of the home and its foundation. If it's obviously it's going to be a pier and beam. If it's crawl space, what's the condition of the piers, what's the condition of the foundation wall, condition of the beams, the joists, and all that good stuff. And then all your plumbing that you have down there in the bottom. There's a lot of plumbing down there, so you look at the condition of the plumbing. The pipes, you look at, like your maybe dryer ducts, just look at everything, just everything. So, I find a lot of leaks down there. It's very surprising. That's a lot of homes, I would say, I can't put a number to it, but I would say a lot of homes have leaks underneath the crawl space.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you're automatically thinking, okay, this is definitely leaking if you're going into a
I don't
pier
go
beam.
into with that mindset per se. First of all, I just go down under there and just making sure it's safe.
Okay.
And then after that, try to access all areas. Of course, safety is most important. If I can go in certain areas safely, I'll make every attempt to go in there safely. But if there's water on the ground or whatnot, or electrical wiring down there, then I probably won't be able to cross that area.
Sure.
But it's all about the safety, and if I can get access to certain areas, I'll go definitely check it out.
Okay. Have you ever gone to inspect a home and say or deem it, I can't do this, I won't do this, it's unsafe?
I do remember one home that I've been to, and the buyer had not seen it. Buyer was in another part of the country, and I go in and I call the realtor. I'm like, hey, does the buyer know the condition of this home? This was a really it was in pretty bad shape, and so I told the buyer, because she was I was her ears or her eyes, and I tried to tell her, man, the condition of this home is in really bad shape. And so I'm still going to do the inspection. I'm going to let them know everything as much as possible about the home. And we had some good conversations, and I just let her know. I was like, "Hey, this is pretty bad. Let me tell you exactly what's going on here."
Yeah.
And I don't know what came across of that, but that was really the only time. But other than that, no, I go in there with an open mind. It's not my decision. I just go in there and look at things that are not working properly, and then I'll let the buyers make that decision, because that's their decision to make. Yeah.
So the house was safe enough for you to do your job, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So speaking of doing your job, do you have time to walk us through your whole inspection?
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, it's a comprehensive inspection, non-invasive, non-destructive. So that's a lot of stuff in there. So comprehensive means that I go through all parts of the house, which is the structure, which is the foundation, roof, doors, walls, ceilings, windows, fireplaces, all that stuff, making sure all that's in great shape. Then electrical, that's everything from your electrical drop, the line coming in from the pole outside in the alley, the panel box, your breakers, your outlet switches, all that good stuff. Your plumbing system, anything above ground. Obviously, we can't see anything that's below ground. So your plumbing goes from the water distribution line that comes in, all the faucets, the sinks, tubs, showers, water heater, and then all the way to the water that goes out, and then includes your gas systems. We'll look at the HVAC system, the heating and air system. Operate both. If it's not cold outside, we'll operate the air conditioner, but we can't operate the air conditioner if it's too cold. But we'll operate both. We'll look at appliances. Pretty much every appliance in the home, except for refrigerator. Typically, refrigerator, washer, and dryer. Those typically don't stay with the home, but like a dishwasher, range, things like that. So that's pretty comprehensive. And when I say non-invasive, we're not going to go in and if the home is occupied. I'm not going to go in and start checking all the arc faults and the breakers or all the GFCIs, because I don't want to go in and mess up the current homeowners' alarms or clocks or anything like that. Or let's say they have a fish tank with a $2,000 goldfish in there. I don't want to trip something and then not have electricity come back on. So it's pretty important. I am aware of that kind of stuff, and so. And then, as far as non-destructive, and this is a big thing that a lot of people probably wouldn't understand, but I can't go lift up carpets. I can't go in and tear up a carpet, lift up a carpet, or make holes in walls or anything like that. So I can't go in there and destroy the home just to go do an inspection. Okay. And so it is like I said, comprehensive inspection. As far as time frame for an average inspection, you're looking at about 2.5. It really depends on the size of the home and all the stuff that you're checking, but it could be 2.5, 3.5 hours or so for inspection. It could be a little less, could be a little bit more, depending on the size of the home. So, so there's a lot to look at.
Okay. Hey, and again, just want to introduce you to Daniel Chavez with Hometeam Inspections of Amarillo. He's been spitting some game to me, and it's been some good stuff. So my next question is, I actually refer you to one of my really good friends. He's like my brother. He bought a short-term rental here in town. Yeah. And he told me that you did an amazing job, spoke super highly of you. But he did say that you said that there was a leak in the walls or moisture in the walls. How do you know when there's moisture in the walls? Like, do you have a tool for that?
Yes, a thermal camera. I remember that one specifically. And actually, the one I did yesterday was the same way.
Really?
I have a thermal camera. And a thermal camera is not like a typical camera. What it is, it just shows colors, and it's shows like temperature ranges. Blue if it's cold, red, white if it's hot. Okay. And so in this particular one here, of course, I'm doing a scan, which I do a scan on most homes. And so I see in the closet, I think it was a 2-story unit. And so in the closet there on my camera, everything was kind of yellow, orange, or just a normal color. I see a little blue spot on the camera. And so I'm like, okay, that's a little fishy. And so basically a blue spot could be water, because water would make it colder, or it could be missing insulation. It could be several things. And so at that point, I get a moisture meter, and then go up and touch it, and then the moisture meter will determine if it is moisture or not. And so in that particular case, it was moisture. Okay. And so like in the one I saw yesterday, it was in the bathroom, and of course it was a really high ceiling. I couldn't reach it with a moisture meter, so but it was definitely a leak. And so you can kind of see the ceiling and a little blue streak right there, and that's absolutely moisture. So wow. So you have tools. So like I said, it's not non-destructive, but I do have tools that will help me with the inspections.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So whenever it's like super high like that and you can't reach it, do you have an idea where that leak might be coming from?
Yeah, like this one here yesterday, for example. Your friends there, I could reach it with a moisture meter, but I think there was a bathroom right above that, so I think that could have been a bathroom that was leaking. This one here yesterday, when I went up in the attic just to look at it a little bit more, it looked like it was the air conditioner refrigerant lines, because they were going up through that direction. Okay. And so what happens with that is they start sweating if they're not insulated. And so again, this is just an assumption. I'm assuming that that's what's happening there.
Sure.
But I don't provide those assumptions. I'll say, hey, there's an issue there. You really need to get that looked at.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
a little further.
So let me ask you this. What kind of continuing education or training do you partake in to stay ahead of the game or with current waves of the game, I guess you could say?
Yeah, no, home inspectors along with real estate agents, we're regulated by TREC, Texas Real Estate Commission.
Okay.
And so we are required to take continuing education every 2 years.
Okay.
32 hours every 2 years. And so obviously, yes, I do that, but I go above and beyond. Like I said earlier, I'm about learning. I'm all about wanting to learn things, and so I'm always constantly reading about things. I'm looking at watching videos. With Hometeam, the thing with Hometeam is that we have a lot of inspectors throughout the area, throughout the nation, and so that gives me an opportunity to go visit with other inspectors. What are they seeing? What are they doing? And so we have a lot of communication with them. And so I go above and beyond. I remember that first year I had over 100 hours continuing education hours,
Wow.
which was way above and beyond what I
Yeah.
really needed. But that's just I'm just constantly wanting to learn and educate myself, and so I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
I might be crazy about hey, I enjoy continuing education, but yeah, I do enjoy it. I like it.
Well, it just says it's just a testament to who you are. I truly believe you are a master of your craft. In other interactions I've had with you and conversations I've had with you, I can just tell you really want to be on top of your game, and I can appreciate that because we don't go into business just to lollygag.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we want to do the best of our abilities,
Absolutely.
and I believe you're that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when I bought my home, and I never met the inspector. I just saw a page, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, these are the things that are wrong. And so I want to change that. I wanted to go in and change that. I was like, hey, I want to meet the people. So I try to call people up beforehand. It's like, introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm Daniel. I'm going to come out to your home and do the inspection for you. You have any questions or concerns, anything that I might, that you might have that I might look at a little further at the home.
Sure.
And then, hey, if you get a chance to come by the home, I want to meet you, or let's answer your questions or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then even after the inspection, I want to help them out. So I'm not just, hey, the inspection's done, that's it. Call me if you have any questions afterwards.
Sure. Now, you are bilingual, correct?
I am. Yeah.
All right. How many inspectors in Amarillo are bilingual? Keep it real.
I don't know.
I think you're the only one.
I don't know. I can't say for sure for a fact. I don't know.
I can't say either, but hey, this is my guy.
Hey.
So let's switch gears real quick. This is obviously the AAC Amarillo Exchange Club podcast.
Yeah.
Man, let me know, how did you find the club, and how long have you been with us?
Well, I'm an original member. We were
OG, okay.
we were under a different name at the very beginning, and so we switched over, became independent to the Amarillo Exchange Club, and so I've been about 4 years? 4 years now in the club. Is it?
I think
been 4 years. Yeah. So man, it's been awesome. I have to tell you what. The Exchange Club is, I know it's about referrals and networking, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But to me, that's secondary. What I really love about the club is I get to meet with some super great individuals on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's awesome. Like, for example, Katina, and I'm going to be a little biased here, obviously, but I've seen how she works and mm-hmm. how she does things with her insurance agency. Best insurance agent out there, in my opinion. Is there a better home mortgage officer than Kelly? And I get to spend time with these people, with TRX, mm-hmm. Matt and Dylan, mm-hmm. And Ari. Mm-hmm. She's nationally recognized for what she does.
Yeah.
Lux Property, and if you hear their story, Stephanie's story, on how she does business, and to me, it's like I could spend every week time with them every week and learn from these people. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoy it.
No, I agree. I think that, and I don't know of a lot of other networking groups, but I do know the individuals in ours, and I do know their work ethic, and we got some dogs in the club. We
Yeah.
got some
Man.
elite people in the club.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So what has the club done for your business and you personally as a business owner mindset?
Well, for the business, it's tremendous, honestly. But that, like I said, that's secondary. I just going in there and learning off these other guys, learning from you. You bring a lot of energy and to the club, and I really enjoy it, man. When you came in, you brought a different energy into it, and man, I learned. I'm a people watcher, and I study people, and I've learned so much from you, from others in the group. And that's helped me grow personally, business wise also, but also from a personal standpoint, it pushes me, to kind of like what, John Gillum, I don't remember watching a podcast with John Gillum, and you guys both kind of mentioned the same thing, iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
And I think that's what we do. We just make each other better. And so, man, I enjoy our meetings every Thursday.
Man, me too. Absolutely. And I appreciate the kind words, because when I joined the club, I really did not know what to expect. I'm sort of introverted until I get comfortable, and then I released the extroverts.
Yeah.
But when those first couple of weeks, I was like, what are we doing? Like, it was totally out of my comfort zone. But God placed me there for a reason, and I truly believe that. And the group has been super valuable to me as well. And I love meeting on Thursdays. I love getting to see you guys and hear y'all stories and stuff. And I think it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and then even the community stuff that we do. We work with East Ridge, so many other nonprofits, and going out there and helping them out, and it's just really cool. I really enjoy that aspect of it as well.
Absolutely. Well, Daniel, is there anything else that you want our listeners and viewers to know about you or Hometeam Inspection?
I think we've kind of mentioned most of everything. I know there's a lot of stuff I can probably go on hours and hours and talk about this.
Absolutely, me too.
But no, I think I think we've kind of answered most of everything. I always trying to do my best. That's what I'm out there. I'm trying to be as comprehensive as possible and help people out. That's my main thing. I want to help people out. I've been a first-time home buyer before. I've been a two-time home buyer, three-time home buyer, and it's always the same. It can be pretty nerve-wracking buying a home, but I'm here to help you buy that home. I'm here to help you ease that tension, and I just want to be that help there for you.
Well, thank you. And just to recap, the takeaways I've got from this conversation with you today is, number one, you are a master of your craft. Number two, the buyer, you have the option and the power to choose your home inspector. And number three, you're bilingual.
Right.
And, the last one is you're a consultant basically to the home buyer to make them feel comfortable and at ease. You're not the bad guy. You can give them power in negotiating when it comes to stuff. If there is, it's a possibility. And man, I really appreciate you being here. Can you tell us and the viewers, how can we get in contact with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Phone number 806-679-7236 that you can text, call. I try to answer every single phone call, answer every single text. Email dchavez@hometeam.com. You can order online, an inspection online at hometeam.com/Amarillo. Yeah.
I didn't know you could make an online order.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like Wingstop. Oh, man. And you're on social media as well, right?
Yeah, social Facebook and Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, again, thank you, Daniel, for being here today. Super, super excited to have you here and super grateful to be a part of your life and see your journey. And viewers, thank you for listening and watching the AAC After Hours podcast. Please like and subscribe. And that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. I was kind of watching